Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Let's go now. Trap 50, trap 50.
Smith going to look to throw right away. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And the slot man goes in motion left. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Slot man moves right. They'll try for the first with Walker. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here we go, set. Hey,
From the 35 on 2nd down. Tua. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Brooks coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest...
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Uchenna Nwosu. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. On 2nd and 10, Smith completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Two and now on 1st down.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and he just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 1st downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Let's go. 10 cycles.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Wilson with a 1st down carry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready up. 550.
Looking to pass. Tua. And incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have two. As we step aside here in this second quarter. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Going to the air. Tagovailoa.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Tua on 4th down. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield.
Yeah, he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force him to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Dancing to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Tua to throw again. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the interception, here's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out right at the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Room here to run. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
One of the first big plays we've seen in this football game, and could that be the play that gets this game jump-started? It's taken a while as both teams have tried to settle in. Maybe now the pace will accelerate.
This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, 31 yards. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Here we go, back.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run with Wilson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. 2nd down and goal. Tua. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
He is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Set up. Check it.
The final shot here before break. Smith. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
conversion as they come up on third down.
And going right back to Walker.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll try the air now with Smith.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
The slot man in motion right.
On second down, it's Walker.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now Hill to return it. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Tua, this will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now Geno on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Okay,
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Hurts. Driving 60.
Geno now to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He completes it to Wilson.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From midfield, here's Tua. Steps away to his left.
Going right back to Wilson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set. Right, 60. Black shot.
From the 41, Tua gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Cedric Wilson, 41 yards.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here we go, here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This be in this type of situation again.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Out of the gun, Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come back team, come back team.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Geno. This is the tight end Fant. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Now Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to have the This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle.
On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Seahawks take over first down at their own 23-yard line.
Ready?
Off of play action, here's Smith. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes.
Channing Tindall.
Coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. To try again after the sack. Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's good for the Seahawks.
Smith on 1st down.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Smith. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Jalen Phillips charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Deep ball for Goodwin.
And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Dolphins take over first down at their own 25-yard line.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Tua. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And that flag accepted.
Ready.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
Making the catch, the running back, Raheem Mostert.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua.
And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
3rd and long, it's Smith.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On 4th down, Smith. He's got his tight end fan. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. Here's Smith. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Ready.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Again, Smith. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 43 yards.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to... As it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
A gain of 46 yards on the play. First down, Miami.
Tua now on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jeff Wilson from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And Smith's throw into the hands of Fan.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Throwing on second down, Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
So this defense, they get their first interception of the game. And since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go. But they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically picking 6 points the other way. But what I like most about it was how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14.
Seahawks 14. Jason Sanders to kick off
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
79 Broncos.
Throwing on second and long. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Fix the Eagles.
Back to throw, Smith. That's caught over the middle by Fant. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Right, 97. Field flat. Field blue.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14.
Seahawks 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here.
Godwin Igwebuike on the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Ready up.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
On the blow.
Now Geno.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Seahawks 14. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Got it. Ready? 65 jack. 65 jack.
Now Geno on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Ready?
They snap it to Smith. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Smith throwing again. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go now.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hurry.
Another try after the first down sack. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, had a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the...
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle.
On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Ready?
Smith going to look to throw right away.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play, nerves come into play, and despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Slot man moves right. Throwing now is Geno. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
A solid stiff arm. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Straight ahead, Walker. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And Hill will opt for the touchback. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Tanner Muse with it.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here we go. Back. Blocking, 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Trap 50. Trap 50. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing is Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now Smith.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Again, Walker. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Ken Walker. It's a 1-yard touchdown run.
And they're able to add on to their advantage. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
10 seconds. Through the striker. Black open.
From midfield, here's Tua. That's complete to his running back, Wilson.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
$10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
On second down, Mostert. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Looking to pass. Tua rolling to his left.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua being chased out left. Wilson snags it left side.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
The shotgun snap for Smith. Slide, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Bradley Chubb drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Watch out for Hill on the return. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 2nd and 5.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Here we go. Here we go. Slide through.
Tua now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
And to the left side here, Wilson.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Jalen Waddle.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next to score, Seahawks 10, Dolphins 7. Jason Sanders to kick off one.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Smith. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. After the turnover, it's Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Josh Jones.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room.
Back to 60. Pass to 11. Pass to 11.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now Tua.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sanders' kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
10 seconds.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Formation left. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Carry over from the first half. That defensive line continues to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're actually playing the game in the offense's backfield. They're taking those offensive linemen and pushing them back towards the quarterback and towards the runners. I still don't think, though, that you abandon the running game totally, because if you do, you're asking for a lot more hits on your QB.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. With Charles, in a tie game, you always wonder who's going to be making the big plays. Right now, it's not the offensive players. We're seeing these defenses step up and take control. Both of the last 2 drives have ended with interceptions.
They are certainly dictating this game, aren't they? Now it's going to come down to which offense can follow their defense's lead and step up in the clutch themselves.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Tua now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defensives. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. When they're taking their game up to this kind of a level, I want to see what happens with these offenses. Can they match them as this game goes on, or the defenders continue to have full control of this one?
The slot man in motion right.
Back to Walker on first down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Second and 6.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here we go. Strike. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Come back in. Come back in. Ready.
Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Okay, ready? 6, 7.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. They complete it to Hill. And out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Out to the right here to Wilson.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And now here's another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Pete. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now Geno on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter has not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
Throwing again on second down. Tua throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Tua going to throw. Caught. It's Wilson.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Going right back to Wilson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And he fires one incomplete.
The strong windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Seahawks 10. Jason Sanders is the kickoff for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw. And it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know there's no better feeling than a pick six for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monster, as we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it home.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Two is thrown here, going to be caught by Wilson.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that answers the question in my head. They're going to go for the win right now.
I think you're absolutely right. They're not content with going to OT.
Two to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Tua buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
19 right. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. He's got a man. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
To throw again on second down. Tua. Wilson's got it complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Ready.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
Only 3 there on the screen at second down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Here's Tua.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing a shotgun, and they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the 40 now on second down. Tua, that swung out to Mostert.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
43 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
He was trying to dance in around the sideline, but fell just a couple of yards short. Still, he's got him in great position.
He certainly does. They did a nice job keeping him from getting into the end zone, but they're definitely back on their heels after that run.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Slot man moves right.
Seven Pirates.
First throw here in overtime for Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Let's go.
To throw again on second down. Smith
setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for the Seattle Seahawks.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as good running gets them to about the 44.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. This is Homer, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Cougar 19. 19-18.
From the gun, it's Walker. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready, check.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The slot man in motion right.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now left side on the swing pass.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
On the jump.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. The tight end in motion right. Block it in motion right.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
86 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Slot man moves right.
And Walker once more.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. Touchdown, Seahawks! There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. Look at all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will tie us at 24. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Their catch, remaining 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tua. He completes it to Wilson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Ready.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Second down, this is Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Let's go. And cycle.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Ready.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And some room to maneuver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
74 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Tua.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the fourth quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Block it in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Tiger.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Text match.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him. But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And Walker has it. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon on for a very important punt here in overtime. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play.
Yeah, first round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Here's Tua.
On the move to his left.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. So it's a win for the Dolphins here, and it was a strong performance by Tua that helped lead the way.
Yeah, I think we both were really impressed with how he played. He threw for almost 400 yards, had 3 touchdown passes, and was absolutely in total control of this offense.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Seattle.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Smith going to go to the air first play.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing we often talk about is setting the tone in a game. How about this? They came after him on play 1 and put him on the turf and forced an incompletion.
Something for him to think about immediately right off the bat.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to back off either. I think that they had success on the first play. Typically, when a defense does that, they've announced to you that this is what they plan to do throughout the game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw, but I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Back to 60.
And that's good.
Now Geno on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy check downs. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Ready. Back ball 80. Ready.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. On 1st and 10, Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Come on.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
60 Cardinal. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Wilson snags it left side. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now. Good. 52.
Now Tua. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Yeah, here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
18 lateral.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. His throw incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
GtownCapp.
Throwing now is Geno.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least...
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. To throw on second down is Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go,
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, Hill, great grab. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And some room to run that. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, 70 yards. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
When they dialed up that 4th down run, something tells me they didn't envision it hitting all the way up in the end zone.
No, I think you're right about that. But how many times do we witness short yardage runs, stacked defensive front, everyone pressing the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, there's not much help on the backside there.
You pop through, there's no one back there, and we just witnessed it there. A long sprint to the end zone. Probably looking around wondering, where did everyone go?
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Seahawks take over first down at their own 15-yard line.
Cut. Ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
19 tight. 19 tight. 79 Broncos.
2nd and 5 now. Smith. Walker with a grab. Left side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. The slot man in motion right. Now a run with Walker. And boy, he is very close to a first down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
On that line. On snap. Ready.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Geno now to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Come on.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Smith, throw out wide to Walker. Finding space at the 40. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
Let's go now.
Lock it in motion right. Running left is Walker. And he'll take this down to the 33.
Hold it ready.
6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner.
But, Charles, that's something that this league has only seen a little over 20 times in its 100-year history. He comes through with a 60-yard field goal.
And I'm just wondering, does he even believe it yet? Has it sunk in? Let's face it, guys dream about this. They think about it. They practice for it. But for it to actually happen, impressive. What a kick.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
On the give, it's Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
18, Pioneers.
On first down, it's Smith. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Smith setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Trap 50, trap 50. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Smith throwing again.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd and goal, Smith flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining 2nd half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the 2nd half and get us going?
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
2 and now on first down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. He tried to get something going there with a little toss behind the line of scrimmage. Unsuccessful.
How about the athleticism of the coverage, though? Being able to dance with him coming out of the backfield. That's not easily done. But not only did he dance, took it, wheeled, and went the other way. Ended up with 6 points for his team.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes this a 9-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On first down, Tagovailoa forced out to his left. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He finds, there he goes, right side. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this is no ordinary run after the catch. This is supersized right here. He's able to look it in, turn upfield, and then it's as simple as looking for the area where the defenders aren't. And then he outruns them all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From midfield, here's Tua.
Going right back to Wilson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Geno.
He completes this to Walker.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now. Now Smith. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Tiger. Tiger 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Here's Smith.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Hill on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Tua.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He completes it to Wilson.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Tua. Being chased out left. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And again, it's Tagovailoa.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
It's brought in by Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now Tua. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the...
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a one-score game with a 2-point conversion. It's a run with Mostert, but he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the fourth. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Roll.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Block it in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Slot man moves right.
Alert! Alert! Jack Panther!
On third down, here's Walker. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. .21 yards. Well done on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Tua. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
Ready. Right through. Watch it. 6. Clean striker.
Here's Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Tagovailoa. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Let's go.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Here we go. Ready.
Down to a knee. Here goes Smith, and that should all but do it. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was a game where they got out to a pretty good size lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they put enough points on the board to have enough of a cushion that they're able to survive what happened in the fourth quarter.